Hello Wigan Ukulele Club, and welcome to a basic introduction to Audacity. The song in front of you is Buckets of Rain, would you believe? And all these tracks underneath in grey have been silenced, and the top one is a combination of ukulele and vocal. So if you just wanted a little practice play and sing and find out what you sounded like, you just press the record button, the red button. Oh, bugger. It's a touch screen and I just pressed it, so get back. Okay, so like I was saying, you'd press that red button there and record, and this is the result of that one.
Buckets of rain, buckets of tears, all of them buckets coming out my ears.
Which sounds okay. Well, it does here, but you're listening to it through the camera and the microphone in the camera, which isn't all that good. Anyway, if you wanted to do something slightly different, you could forget about recording, playing and singing at the same time, and perhaps, I'll just get rid of that track, squeeze it up there, that's where it's gone. You could perhaps concentrate on playing the ukulele first and recording your voice second. So that's a ukulele track, that's the main vocals, and these others down here are backing vocals. So we'll silence them for the moment, and we'll silence this bottom one I'll tell you about later. So we've got it, and we'll silence that one. So we're left with just the ukulele track, which is very simple and pretty dull, but if you do that, it gives you a chance of getting all your strums and all your chords right. And then you add your vocals.
Buckets of rain, buckets of tears.
Now, the way you do that is, to start with, I just recorded this track that you heard before, just the strumming. After I'd recorded it, I played it back through the headphones in one ear, and at the same time I sang the vocal part, so that the microphone picked up the vocal part, but because the headphones were on, it didn't pick up this track which I'd already recorded, and you didn't want it doubling up because it spoils the sound. So that sounds okay.
Buckets of rain, buckets of tears.
And then, to make it more interesting, I started adding these other tracks, 1, 2 and 3, which are just backing vocals with an attempt at harmony. So it goes like this.
Buckets of rain, buckets of tears, all of them buckets coming out my ears. Buckets of moonbeams in my hand. You got all the love, honey, baby, I can't stand.
Okay, so not too bad. And if you want to go the whole hog, you can then add a little bit of ukulele lead. Now, if we could just highlight that. Now, this doesn't sound much on its own, and you could work that out easy enough. Might take you 10 times, doesn't matter. So if you add that to everything else, you get
buckets of rain, buckets of tears, all of them buckets coming out my ears. Buckets of moonbeams in my hand. You got all the love, honey, baby, I can't stand.
And that's it. Hopefully that helps. The best thing is now to go to Andrew Mercer's site. You'll see it in the email, and it's on Dropbox, the link. And he's got loads of videos, and he explains how to use it, Audacity, how to record. One thing he does mention, I'll mention it now, just to remind you. If you click on this little double arrow here, which is called the time shift tool, it allows you to move these tracks. Because when you record, say you record this, and then you record your voice after the ukulele, sometimes they're not exactly synchronized, so this allows you to move it backwards and forwards. And to be very accurate, you can go up to here, up to here, and magnify the track so you can get really accurate manoeuvring, like so. Okay, and if you make a mistake, you just go back up to Edit and undo whatever it is you've done. Okay, hope that helps.